Hey guys, it's Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is the community submissions video for February 2019 as your favorite main character or protagonist. And yeah, this has had the most submissions yet, and I said that about last one as well, which is crazy. And if you missed this one and you want to get involved in the next one, I'm going to be doing this for the foreseeable future, at least until the end of the year. Because this is a lot of fun, and if you want to get involved, it is great for discussion and to get your opinion out there and to have a lot of fun with that. A lot of well-written comments and a lot of really great choices, and I can't wait to read through them. Let's get into this. Nebby the Great, Link. I just like The Legend of Zelda, and I just like Link, so that's my answer. That's a good answer as any. You don't have to get too technical about it. Like a lot, you just like Zelda and you just like Link. Honestly, probably one of the better ways to start this video, really. Zan Pan Can. Oh, interesting topic. With my lackluster interpretation skills, I assume you mean protagonist by main character. Even understanding that, I'm gonna throw in a few important characters who aren't protags, considering another person already left a comment like that. My favorite protagonist would be Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Seeing him grow as a person throughout his journey, dreading its conclusion, is fantastic. He knows what awaits him at the end of his mission. It brings him sorrow, it pains him to end it. It gives it rage and fury to know the truth behind everything. He fears the conclusion, and all these emotions are felt by both the player and Big Boss. Wow. Though we experience one other emotion, joy, his character so well thought out that his growth and shaping into the man he is reflected, that his growth and shaping into the man he is reflective of the player felt emotions. It's really well written. One other protagonist I love now is Arthur Morgan from Red Dead 2. Yes! Oh my god, yes. I didn't like him much at first, but then I started flipping through his diary. It shows the man who has to be a tough person for survival or for occupation. We can talk about this. He does feel remorse for his actions. He deeply cares for the gang, which has become his family. He just lives out the life the only way he knew how. By the gun. But then he realizes the reality of this situation. Time is ticking, and that's due to his actions. We see this side of him so very drastically different from Arthur from chapter 2. He is desperate, he is alone, he has no belief, he is afraid. His desperation to change and leave the world a better place is beautiful. To see his character evolve alongside Dutch and Jose was wonderful. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Honorable non-protag mentions: the boss, Ocelot, Ava, Chloe from Life is Strange, Ellie from The Last of Us, Dutch from Red Dead Redemption 2, Jose from Red Dead Redemption 2, Lord Gwyn from Dark Souls, and the most important character of all, where is the Metal Gear Solid playthrough Homer? Comment section. Sorry for the long post. Do not be sorry, you can make them as long as you want, I will read them. My throat probably won't thank everyone tomorrow, but like, it's a lot of fun, so I don't really care. Going through the honorable mentions, I get a lot of flack for my opinion on The Last of Us. For me, it's just not my type of game. I think it's a really well-made game, and I think that it's a really well-written game in a lot of ways. In some ways, not in a lot of ways, but in some ways I really do. But it's just not my type of video game. Ellie is definitely, not close to being even one of my favorite characters. But I do think that Dutch and Jose, in terms of side characters, are freaking fantastic. And Chloe's great too. Chloe's really great too. And in terms of the Metal Gear Solid playthrough, I just found out all those games are on PlayStation Now, which actually I can run very well. So at any point, it doesn't matter that my PS3 capture is broken. I can just literally just record a Metal Gear Solid playthrough. When you're talking about Arthur Morgan, I agree. I think that I grew closer to him throughout my playthrough Red Dead Redemption 2 that I played this week and finished this week. I think Arthur Morgan is one of the best protagonists I've ever played as, and I honestly think I'd put him in my top 10 favorite protagonists of all time. It's I agree with everything you said for the most part. I think that me personally, it still kind of doesn't make some of the stuff that he does right, but that doesn't mean he's not a good person. We all do bad things sometimes, and in this case, I do feel like he realized stuff about that. I'm not going to go too far into it because I don't want to spoil anything. You talk about Metal Gear Solid 3. I haven't played Metal Gear Solid, but I think that people praise that game, all those games, so much that I'm probably eventually going to just have to this year. I think I might just play Metal Gear Solid 1 this year. I think it's going to happen. Pock. Okay, so I absolutely love Captain Falcon and everything he stands for. Captain Falcon, like most main characters in the video games I played, is quite static and not very deep of a character, but what he lacks in depth he makes up for in ironic as well as unironic style, catchphrases, and over-the-top flashy goodness. See, that's the thing. I think putting these two comments side by side was very intentional by myself, because I feel like they are very two different things, and I feel like one is, you know, they like him for different reasons. I don't even know what game. Is Captain Falcon just a part of a game called Captain? I'm so stupid right now. I've never played a Captain Falcon game. I only know him from Smash Brothers. Like, if I didn't know that he was a character outside of Smash Brothers, I probably would have thought he was just in Smash Brothers. But yeah, it's nice to like a character for that. I think I have a few characters I just like because they're like they don't have like too much depth to them, but I just love them for that reason. I think one thing that comes to mind is like the original Persona protagonist from the original PlayStation 1 game. It's like I don't know much about him, but like there's something there that I just really like. He makes up for like a lot of his like he doesn't like portray his personality all the time, but I feel like that opens it up for a lot of other avenues. But yeah, like that's a really cool way to pick a favorite protagonist, or at least what you think is like the protagonist you want to like submit today. Suomai Kirby? Sumai Kirby? I gotta say, I really love Kirby from, well, all the Kirby games out there. They have given him a lot of personality in the newer games. I just really love how adorable yet strong he is. Definitely one of my favorite Nintendo characters. Another game character that I really love is Lily from Pokemon Sun and Moon. I love her character development throughout the story, and like how it almost feels like the games aren't just about the player, but also her growth and relationship with her mother too. Yeah, like here's an argument I always make, and I agree with you 100% on Lily, because I think she's a fantastic character too, and I think that a lot of the times, you know, a protagonist doesn't have to be the one you're playing as, you know? You can have an interactive movie where like you're playing as a side character, you know, and like with Lily, her story is very much the prominent story in the game in terms of like the emotional impact of the story. I feel like that like we are kind of like, when she comes up, we're kind of like the side character and she's kind of like the protagonist, which is always a very interesting thing to see. I think it's also the same thing in Final Fantasy X with Tidus and Yuna. It's like whenever Yuna's on the screen, we're a side character and she's like the main character, and I think that like is always a very interesting way of doing things. I know people will disagree, but I feel like it makes 100% sense. I think that, like you said, her character development is like, you know, is not just about the player, it's about Lily as well, and her family in that game as well. One of my favorite games ever, Sun and Moon, by the way, top 20 favorite games of all time. And in terms of Kirby, like I really like Kirby's design. I can't say much about the characters because I haven't played any Kirby games. The most I really know about him is from like World of Light, and I think that's probably a good start. Anime Romance, I think that's how you pronounce it. I love that name. I adore the villager from Animal Crossing. He's just a badass. His character and his character traits are just so real and unique. I cry every time when I see the scene when he pays his debt to Tom Nook back when he gets chased by the bees and always get a heart attack. And he always gets a heart attack, so I'm reading this wrong, it's not written wrong. Jokes aside, my favorite main character is Connor from Detroit Become Human. I just have to protect him. Like that's, yeah. I've heard a lot of great stuff about Connor from Detroit Become Human. Like I think my friend Ken will always be like, you know, praising that game. You know, she's not a person that will like force games on you, but like, you know, it's one of those things where like I think I'm gonna have to try it. I never really liked David Cage as a writer for the longest time, but like people are saying like this is nothing like his earlier work. You're probably gonna really like this, and you should probably really try it. And I would really like to. I think that he's also like the actor who plays him. I've seen him like do performances, and he's really good. He's really fantastic. Revon. Favorite video game main character? Oh boy. I'm between Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid 3, Link, and Bayonetta. Big Boss is an amazing character. By the way, play Metal Gear Solid, Calvin. His story is one of my favorite in gaming. I will play Metal Gear Solid. I really want to. It's just like the right time. I don't think they're very long games either, so it's probably not like, you know, it wouldn't take up too much time. Link is pretty obvious why. I always loved his character, the way he expressed himself in Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, to the subtlety of his character in Breath of the Wild. I'll talk about this, but I agree. Bayonetta is just a badass, kicks angel ass, and goes on like it's just another day. She is probably my favorite female character ever. I will play Metal Gear Solid. I wish I could talk more about Metal Gear Solid, but I literally will be going in completely blind. Even though, like, people talk about Metal Gear Solid all the time, I don't think you can piece together what the story is just by what people say about it. Like, people will say a lot of this stuff, like, and I still don't know what the story is. I still don't know who the characters are. I know, like, about, I don't even know, like, the lore of the main character. I don't know anything. It's gonna be, like, completely blind when I do play it. Link, I would agree, in Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, he is my favorite. I think in Skyward Sword, he's like he's like a protagonist through and through, for the main reason that he's so expressive in this game and, like, gets his personality across really well. Bayonetta, another game I haven't played, but I bought. I don't know why I haven't played it yet. I might play it at some point. But yeah, a great female character that I think has become very iconic. I think she's changed. I think she has changed the way people look at combat even. Yeah, very, very, very cool character. Sake D, I hope that I pronounced your name right. My favorite protagonist could be from a Danganronpa game. But since most of them are involved in spoilers, I won't elaborate. My favorite cast in its entirety is definitely from Persona 5. I also love Joker. Yes! Yes! I'm getting a little too excited here. But truth be told, I don't know many great protagonists in games. Anime has better protagonists in my opinion. A few come to mind are Okazaki Tomiya from Clannad is one of my favorite characters. Another one is Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate. I know what to answer here. I just remembered. Both of these anime are originally visual novels. In other words, a game. Picking one of the two of them. Okay, Okazi Tomoya? It is. I've never seen a character deal more realistically and maturely with harsh family and social circumstances. This, in combination with his slight anti-hero vibe, makes him extremely well-rounded. Well, there you go. There you go. First of all, with Joker from Persona 5 is a great protagonist because I feel like he's exactly the type of character. Like a lot of people claim to have characters that you can like put yourself onto and put your own personality onto, but I feel like with Joker you literally can do that. You can literally do that while still having a badass character. I haven't played Steins Gate, but I know it's on Funimation now. I think the show might be Steins Gate 0. But yeah, I love visual novels now. I played a game that's kind of like a visual novel. It's the Nunnery games, and I want to try more of them because that was really fantastic. It's you don't expect it to be very good. I think they get a bad rap, and I gave them a bad rap for years, but like definitely 110%. Like the Nunnery games are really good. I wish I could. Wish I played more of them. Leon Kofal. Number 1, Kirby. Number 2, Rayman. Number 3, Mario. Kirby is my absolute favorite. He is adorable, super powerful, and such a cool character. Also, I absolutely love the Kirby series. See, there's so much love for Kirby. I think I'm gonna have to play a Kirby game. I want to play Epic Yarn. Like, that's the game that like looked at and I was like, that looks so cool. That game and Kirby's, what's the one where he's like, it's like Play-Doh? It's like Play-Doh? I like how it looks. To me, it really looks fun to play. But yeah, Kirby, like I think I'm gonna have to actually like play a Kirby game. Ben Myerscough, Samus from Metroid, Geralt from The Witcher, Cecil from Ghost Trick, Apollo Justice from Ace Attorney, and Bayonetta from, well, anyway, those are some notable favorites of mine, but I also want to spotlight Olimar from Pikmin because people don't give him enough credit. He goes through a range of emotions in Pikmin, from scared to hopeful and back to scared as your oxygen supply draws closer to depleted. He expressed curiosity about the nature of the planet and the creatures residing on it. He recalls memories of time spent with his family, and he muses on life itself, and he grows more concerned about his death. It's something overlooked when thinking about Pikmin, which is a shame because damn, Olimar is a deep character when you actually think about it. I've played The Witcher 3. I played The Witcher and I really like Geralt as a character. It's one of those situations where like I think it came out at a time where everything was created character. Dark Souls, Fallout, all these games that like made you like, if you're going to an open world game, yeah, like Dragon Age, you have to create your own character. You're not, we don't pick the protagonist for you. But with Geralt, it's like he comes with his own extra baggage, and it made him way more interesting to play as for me personally. And which is why I'm not very worried about the new Sekiro game, because I can't wait to play as another character that's not my own. Yeah, I have to play a Pikmin game, I really do. I'm sorry I don't know much more about Pikmin, but like you describe it very well, so I think I'm gonna have to play one eventually. June. As biased as it is, Minato Arasato, or the male protagonist of Persona 3. P3 is my favorite game of all time, so it's a no-brainer that I pick him. I would put Minato in my top 10, and the protagonist of Persona 3 in my top 10 favorite protagonists of all time. I would, 110%. And he's so aloof and brooding, but at the same time, like, I feel like, you can get a lot across in that character because he bounces off people in that game so many times. And like people will look at a game like Persona and go like, the main character is devoid of any personality. It's like, you don't understand it then. You don't understand it. You're saying you are devoid of personality. You saying you yourself are devoid of personality if you say a Persona character doesn't have any personality. You were saying that you don't have a personality. Minato's great. Minato's so good. Minato, like, again, like in that game, like you can choose whether you do this or not, but like I feel like my version of Minato is like a very caring person, but also a person who like definitely has to like knows he has to get a job done, know he has to do something, and know he has to do something about like the shit that's happening you know, in the game and in the world that he's in. He's not too happy about it either. Like you can tell, like, because of the time they give him the game, he wants more social aspects and more social time, but like he definitely like is a really cool protagonist, and I freaking love that character, man. It's so freaking cool. Only Sage. I really love Midna and Sheik. Midna changed a lot during the journey, and Sheik's changing from the princess into Sheikah ninja is just really impressive, but I have to go with Link, always. I don't know which Link, probably Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess Link. I mean, they went through so much crazy stuff, like being transformed into a wolf, traveling through time and space, and getting in the weird body of a child again to save another weird world and transforming into dead people. Killing uncountable monsters as a kid, anyways, he's always always has courage, braveness, I'm sorry, I'm reading this completely wrong, it's my fault. Kind and selfless, no matter what. And as a girl, I have to say, he's handsome too, laughing my ass off. I wouldn't deny it. In the other games, I have to go with Chloe Price, Rachel Amber, and Max Caulfield from Life is Strange. They're also damn cool characters with amazing personalities, but no matter what, from which game, all these characters are freaking awesome. I played the first episode of Life is Strange, really enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't go on after that, but in terms of like, yeah, Link. For me personally, it's Skyward Sword, but I think he's a great pick, and I think that like, for people who haven't played it, and like this is me. This is me. I didn't like play the game, and I like thought that he was just a void of character, but I was completely wrong. Thackeray Scroggins. I'd have to go with Link from Zelda. Yes, I know I'm a bit biased. We're all biased because no matter what he goes through, he still has the courage and the strength to push forward. Link is left all alone, and his friends and family are all dead, and wakes up to figure out what's going on. He gets to work, he's always silly, the character looks like he's going to put in okay, sorry, he said it was the spoilers, so I read through really fast. If it is spoilers, I'll just brush past, I'm sorry, but see, I know I'm obviously a bit biased in this, but he just means so much to me, and he's a huge part of my character, huge part of my childhood, and he's a great character. I don't know if they're like, actually like, yeah, I don't think it's like, yeah, I don't think it's that much of a spoiler. But like, yeah, I hope reading out fast didn't ruin it for anyone. But like, yeah, I don't think that's much of a spoiler. You should not undersell. I don't undersell your great comment. That's a great comment and a great pick. And yeah, I have characters like that myself. They're such a big part of my childhood as well. But like Link, I wish was a part of my childhood. I really do. Paper Mario 64 is better than the 1,000-Year Door, I think the name is. It's cut off because it's so long. It's such a funny name. I love it. Bowser from the RPGs. I've actually talked about how I love Bowser, but that was a bit ago on a different account. Also, thoughtful because seeing someone else talk about it reminded me how much I love him. Maybe even more than Bowser. Edit, I forgot to mention Kirby. Yeah, like I haven't really experienced a crazy amount of Bowser. In Paper Mario, the first Paper Mario, I think he's a great villain. I think he's like a perfect villain that like, again, like I talk about the game all the time. People always like say, Calvin, yo, you'll probably love that game a bit too much. I probably do. I think it's a perfect game. But yeah, Bowser's great too. I wish I actually could actually see more of him. And maybe he might be, but like he technically is a main character, I guess. But I'd love to see him as more of a protagonist of his own game. Geeko Vision. Link is probably the most important to me because I love Zelda, but I'm really enjoying this one series called Gravity Rush, and the main character Kat is just a lot of fun overall. Yeah, like Geek, if you don't know, a very, very good and fun YouTuber. But if you're talking about like Gravity Rush, man, I have to play that game too. There's so many, like if you think of it, like we all play so many games, but there's still so many games that are just still off our radar, and I feel like I just have to pick that up at some point. I really do. I really would like to do at least I'd like to at least try it. You know, at some point anyway. That's, you know, if I can. Logo C. I'd have to say Link. Thought long and hard about it. Of course, man. Link is great. And I feel like if we rounded up all the averages, Link, you'd probably like, it will win. I think Link will win. Purple Dragon 19, Fawful from Mario and Luigi's RPGs or Zant from Twilight Princess. Yeah, I don't know Fawful. Zant is great. Zant is a great character. Yeah, I don't know who Fawful is. Like, I don't want to look it up either just in case I'm ruining it. Maybe like it's the Mario and Luigi RPGs. That's something I really have to play. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like actually, again, there's so many games I'm just like, I have to play this game. But I think like I think on the list this year is Metal Gear Solid, Link's Awakening, and Mario Galaxy. I think those are 3 games I really want to try. 2B from Nier Automata, Joker from Persona 5, Samus from Metroid, Alucard and Shanoa from Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Order of Excelsia, Dante from Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Ryu Hayabusa and Ayane from Ninja Gaiden series, Okatsu from Nioh, Horny, Dungeon Keeper, Majima and Kiryu, yes, from Yakuza, and Bowser and Donkey Kong. The 2 best, I can't say, maybe Alucard and Dante, or Ryu and Dante, or Majima and 2B, I don't know, sorry. Yeah, and like, before anyone says like, maybe Majima's not the main character, oh, he is. He's one of the main characters of that series. Man, like, anytime Yakuza's brought up, it just makes me so freaking happy. Like, my friend is playing Yakuza now, and I think he's dropping it though, like, you know, but, you know, up to him. Yeah, Yakuza is just a great series with a great, and like, the thing is, like, they do promote over-the-top violence all the time, but I feel like they don't get enough credit for the emotional stories they have, and I talk about this in my Game of the Year, but Yakuza 2, man, it's a freaking love story, and they won't ever get credit for it. Mohan Gruel. Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney, Kratos from God of War. I love them both. I need to play more video games to see what our main characters are like. Well, like, you know, I think for a long time, I was very stuck, not stuck, but I was very like in like a few main characters, but I think, you know, buying the Wii U has changed all that because I found a bunch of games I never played before. And yeah, so like, you know, you don't need to, I think Phoenix Wright is a great character. I played Phoenix Wright the first game just last year, actually, just the end of last year, and he's fantastic. I would definitely agree. You can hear my voice is going. Guys, stop making me excited about main characters, okay? We're gonna have to stop this now. Sir Something. Community submissions, huh? This is a neat. It is. I love doing this. My favorite main character in a video game is Luigi from Luigi's Mansion. That might be because of his cowardly personality, and he usually has the best moments in terms of humor. In the Mario and Luigi games, though he is more of a sidekick, if not him, then Kaide Akamatsu from Danganronpa V3. I have to, oh my god! Danganronpa, okay? Like, or Danganronpa, whatever way you want to pronounce it. Like, it's on sale. I'm going to be getting it very soon. It's on sale until like the 6th of March. Like, man, I think I'm going to get it. It's like fucking €20. I think I might actually buy it. I really need to. She's just a whole lot of fun, ever so optimistic, perhaps even a little too much for her own good. Though I do like Sushi. I tried to pronounce it 3 different ways, but they were all the same. From Danganronpa V3. But he isn't a protagonist. We all protagonists here, my friend. We all protagonists here. Yeah, if I missed your pick, I'm sorry. If it got put into a spam folder, that happens a lot now. It happens way too much on YouTube, which kind of like really irritates me. But yeah, that was the last comment. I need to play Danganronpa. I really do. I also liked this community submissions video. A lot of you guys are replying to each other in the comment section, being like, yeah, that's a really cool pick. That's a really cool pick. I feel like it's very community based. But yeah, if you want to submit characters for the next one, I'll be doing my own top 10 lists, I think, or not a top 10 list. I think I'm going to do like just 10 great video game protagonists from my perspective. And you can all judge me. But I think every one of you guys has great picks and great tastes, and I think we all have very similar tastes, I think, which is all very awesome. It's very strange to have that completely with a full like audience that like everyone kind of has this like similar taste to each other, and I love it. I will see you guys very soon.